Now, eventually, the mother is beside herself because she's got a daughter in pain who the local authority is still insisting goes to school, and that girl did go to school in pain. Eventually, the mother took her to America in order to get a diagnosis, which she did, and the girl was suffering from Zollinger's disease. Now, Zollinger's disease is a multiple perforation of the gut. If you like, it's like an ulcer, mini pinprick ulcers. It's intensely painful. I'm told that the pain actually radiates right through your back. When the girl was in America, she was removed from her mother and grandfather with the assistance of the American police by British social services, brought back, put in a psychiatric unit, and to cut the rest of the story short, she has never been reunited with her mother.
But surely the mother would have said, but she's got Zollinger's disease.
It didn't matter what the mother said, because you can see in the sequence of written documents that the local authority, working together with a paediatrician, working together with social services, and a bent court system, none of that system was going to pay attention to anything she said. In fact, that system victimised the mother. There is a court transcript where one judge actually says in the transcript that in his opinion, when the girl was taken, i.e. in America, by social services, in his opinion, the mother had not broken any law. Now, if we turn that round the other way, what he was actually saying was the local social services had no right to take that girl.
But surely they need a court order.
Sure, yes.
But
yes,
even so, that court order doesn't apply in America, does it?
They actually turned up over there with a passport which was a false passport.
What, for the girl?
Yes. It sounds incredible, this, doesn't it? But all the documentary evidence is there.
What do you mean a false passport? It was a duplicate that was issued by the passport office.
They obtained a passport for that girl under no legal process. Somehow it was wangled out of the
passport office.
Passport office with no process.
So the passport office always keeps a spare photograph, for instance, and all the other documents.
Well, they provided all this. The other thing that they did is they put an advert in the paper saying the girl was missing, when they knew perfectly well where the girl was in America with her mother.
Now, I mean, it's beyond belief.
Well, your reaction is wonderful, because yours is a typical reaction. It's beyond belief. Now,
when they brought this girl back, surely the mother attempted to get access to her daughter again.
Yeah, but all that happens is that the social services manoeuvre through the court system to prevent the mother having the child.
So where is this girl now?
She is now adult, and this is where it's interesting, and the mother cannot get near her because she has contacts close to her who I will call as social service contacts. Let me be more specific. I had the pleasure of sitting in court with this mother when she was challenging what had been done to her daughter.
Welcome back to On the Edge with me, Theo Chalmers, and my special guest, Brian Gerrish. Brian, just before the break there,
yes,
we were talking about, we were talking about the child who was taken to a hospital in America by her mother.
And then taken by social services.
And then grabbed in America by social services.
Yeah.
And then you were sitting in court with the mother. This is when presumably she was attempting to get...
Recently. This was
recently.
Last year.
But you say her daughter's an adult now?
Yes.
So what, she's 18 presumably? Or?
Oh, she's over 18.
Okay, she's over 18.
This is quite interesting because we ended up sitting in a court where there was a quasi-family court.
What's that then?
Well, we weren't too sure because there were members of the public present in the court, but the judge appeared to want to steer the proceedings as if we were still dealing with a child. But what I was going to say, this is the key bit, is that in the court, where the mother conclusively showed that at the time her daughter was removed from her in America, the local authority did not have any lawful document or arrangement to permit them to do that. So what they did was illegal and unlawful. The mother had 4 witnesses who were prepared to testify that the council had broken the law. And what was interesting about the witnesses is that they were all local councillors for that council. And they were prepared to testify on oath what they knew about what had occurred at the time, and also the fact, and one of them wrote a particularly good statement in which he said, in his opinion, the council had broken the law.
This is one of the councillors?
Yeah.
Presumably, was he an opposition councillor to the party in power? Or?
No, as it happens, no. But the key point was that the judge would not allow the mother to call any of those 4 witnesses. However,
on what grounds?
He didn't give any grounds. But he did allow the local authority to call 2 members of the Social Services Department to testify against the mother.
To say what about her?
Well, to challenge things that she'd said, to say that they took the right action with the daughter. So the local authority was allowed witnesses, but the mother wasn't allowed witnesses.
OK, well, this does seem, of course, hugely unfair, but I've got a text here. How did the girl get to America? She must have had a passport, so why did the Social Services have to forge one?
She was on her mother's passport. And
she was on her mother's passport.
And the Social Services had to bring her back. They did. They flew her back.
So they had to bring her back separately?
Yeah.
OK, that answers that question.
Yeah.
So when she was diagnosed with this Zollinger's, was it? Zollinger's disease in America. When they brought her back to the UK, when the Social Services brought her back, did they treat her for Zollinger's disease? No,
initially they tried to convince the girl that she was imagining her pain.
That it was psychosomatic?
Yeah, I've got a note. This is one of a series of notes written by this little girl, and she's addressed this to her mam, as she calls her mum, her nan and her granddad.
Yeah.
She says, "I am still in the same pain. I know you are doing your best to help me. I love and missing you all. Tell everyone and someone will help. Sorry, tell everyone and someone will help me. Ask the papers for help, Mum, so the truth will come out."
That is just absolutely heartbreaking,
in here,
isn't
I've got
it?
a series of these letters, and in one of the letters, she actually says that the social workers have told her that she is not allowed to tell anybody she's in pain. She also says in one of the letters that they have also told her that she can't say that she still loves her mum.
Well, that beggars belief, doesn't it? That's what kind of people are these?
Well, this is the very interesting thing, because when you hear it from one mother or one child, where it's more fundamental, you start to find that there are many other mums and dads that have got this sort of evidence with notes smuggled out from the children, where the children, particularly when they're older, they're 10, 11, they are begging to come out. They know where they want to be, and their opinions are not taken into account. Neither are the children brought into the courts.
So let me just ask you this question. Well, so this child was snatched by the Social Services when she was 13. Is that when?
12.
When she was 12.
Yeah.
And then she was kept in pain
for quite a long period before they did treat her.
They did eventually treat her while she was still in care.
Indeed, and they treated her for Zollinger's.
And they treated her for Zollinger's disease.
Yeah, and they only knew it was Zollinger because of all the effort from the mother to actually find out what was wrong with her daughter. Now, what I wanted...
then didn't they apologise to the mother and said, "Here's your daughter back"?
Why would they apologise?
Well, because they'd snatched the daughter on the basis that her mother was faking her illness.
They've never made any apology. In fact, what they've consistently done is gone to court to deny that they ever did anything wrong.
So this case you went to, what was the actual case trying to do? Trying to get...
The mother,
you can't get possession of an adult,
the mother... Well, that case is particularly bizarre because the girl is now an adult, so family court ruling shouldn't apply. But any time the mother has tried to get near her daughter, rather strange things happen, and the net result is pressure is put back on the mother to keep her away.
What sort of pressure? What pressure can they possibly bring?
Well, on one occasion, another lady made an approach to the house in order to speak to the girl, I've got to be very... I may be going...
Is she still living, what, with foster parents?
If I just slow you down a bit, I have to go slow on this because it's very easy for me to mention a name, and I don't want to mention a name because that would cause problems.
No, of course, and I sincerely don't want that to happen.
I just need to just go a bit calmly on this. In order to try and get the mother reunited with the daughter, another lady, a friend, went to call at the house where the daughter is, and she lives with some people linked to social services.
Was she adopted by these people?
She was actually cared for by some other people, but then as she came to the age of 16, she starts to live in a new location.